Just a small disclaimer here. Every time I say Teen Titans, I mean to say Titans.
Well, here we are, On the Peg, Season 2, Episode 42. And what am I doing for this very special episode? Well, I had no idea really until late last night. Joys of migraines, I was up late, and I finally came up with that. I know what to do. I said I was going to do these guys. I wanted to make something special out of it. And what else would be more special than Episode 42? So today, on this longer version of On the Peg, we're going to be looking at the, yes, we're finally doing the Teen Titans Build a Changeling or Beast Boy figure. But wait, not only that one, because think, there are 4 Teen Titans to build one figure, but we're also, On the Peg, going to be looking at the actual Beast Boy figure itself. So, 4 figures that base represent the same person in 2 different forms. Get it? 4, 2. Haha. If only I had a 2-4 of scotch. Well, I don't normally drink normal 2-4s because 2-4s are beer. That's a case of beer, but I don't drink beer. I'm a scotch drinker. I'm an absinthe drinker. I'm the Mad Montreal Man. So let's take these out of the package and do a lot of close-ups. And for you guys, we're going to do a close-up of each individual. We're going to do a close-up of all 4 together, a close-up of the Build-A-Figure, a close-up of Beast Boy, and of course, one more close-up of everybody together. Then I guess we'll talk about it, and I will drive you guys crazy. So sit back, hold on, it's going to be a long show today. So there you have it, the Teen Titans Build a Beast Boy collection. And I have to say, this is the best collection I have ever done for a Build-A-Figure. I mean, I'm amazed. The Beast Boy that's sold separately is based on the George Perez Beast Boy. Well done. It looks like the comic book character. And for the most part, I don't care where you are. If you're in Vancouver, go to GameStop. If they don't have it, go buy Tasmanian Comics. If you're in Ireland, go to Sub City Comics, because this is one Build-A-Figure, and all of them I recommend getting. you have to get that. So if you're in Ireland, go to Sub City. Go, hey, Brian, hey, John, Shane, and the Mad Montreal man told me to come here to see if you have this figure. Maybe we should go into detail about each and every one of them. What do you think? I'm not sure where to start. Okay, let's start with the simplest to the greatest. I'm going to change glasses because I want to be able to look. I know I look cool. I know you're thinking, you just said you look cool. But you don't look cool because you're the old, ugly, Mad Montreal man. But you know what? Red sunglasses always look good, but you know what? It's time to look more serious because I'm going to talk about the figures. So let's begin with the Dark Knight's sort of son. Let's begin with Nightwing. So when you take a look at Nightwing, Nightwing is probably the more simplistic of the designs. I'm not saying I hate it. I like it because it's probably one of the nicest Nightwings I've seen. He's got that Dick Grayson smirk. This is, I'm happy I have Nightwing. So next to Nightwing, when it comes to simple designs, I have no place to put him down. Great. Okay, let's do, the actual Beast Boy. Well, Beast Boy has this plastic eagle, green eagle he turns into. Simple design for Beast Boy, really nothing complicated. It is basically the George Perez design. Very boyish charm to him, which I like, which is what the comic book was, because Beast Boy was, if you don't know the story, Beast Boy was a member of the Doom Patrol. Then he joins the Teen Titans, and unlike the Teen Titans Go, where he's this food-eating, horny little toad, or in the TV show where he's very confused all the time, Beast Boy was actually a cool character. He's actually probably one of the more stronger Titans when you think about it. When you really think about it. All right, next let's go with, let me see. Okay, the next one. All right, for those old people like me, he used to be known as Speedy. Once Green Arrow's sidekick, he went through a lot. I mean, we're talking a lot. Heroin addiction. At one point, he lost an arm, but not really. He went from being Speedy, had a fight with his adopted father, Oliver Queen, turned into Arsenal. The tattoo, I think, was from when he did the New 52, but it's just well done. I mean, for a Green Arrow fan, if you want to have the family, this is one you have to have. If you're a Teen Titans fan, you need to get this. I'm just saying, get them. Next to that, this is where the argument might take place. Some people might say, oh, she's better than that one. This one's better than that one. But I think overall, I will have to say, close runner-up is the Raven. She is beautifully well sculpted. The face is a gorgeous sculpt. The costume is great. Biggest complaint with the Raven is the accessory she comes with. These two little purple things. They don't attach to her arms. You can't really hold them. It's like, what the heck are they? I don't know. But apart from the actual Beast Boy Build-A-Figure, Donna Troy. I know you're thinking, well, it's kind of plain and, there's not much to it, but the face sculpt, the paint, the backstory, this is probably one of the best versions of Donna Troy. If you don't know her story, it gets really complicated. Whoo, boy. Basically, Amazon, sort of sister of Diana Prince, Wonder Woman. Probably stronger than Wonder Woman if you think about it. I've sort of done the math a few times, and what she's been through, what she's capable of. Ooh, this daughter of Zeus, don't mess with her. But let's get to the star of the show. The best Build-A-Figure I have ever had the pleasure of putting together, Beast Boy. Oh, it's for a big figure. It's super posable. Sorry about that cut there. Something I realized I didn't do properly was I didn't put a certain body part in properly, but I'm back. But as I was about to say, out of all the Build-A-Figures I've ever bought and built, Beast Boy, it takes the cake. Yes, the joints are a bit stiff to put in, and that's what happened. I didn't push it in all the way. But once he's together, yes. The face sculpt is gorgeous. It's beautiful. I mean, it looks so good. I mean, I'm gonna have to find a special place for the Teen Titan collection because, well, as you know, I have no shelves, I have no social life, and no hope of ever having one again because I collect toys. But if you're a fellow toyaholic, Shane, you're getting there. It's not necessarily a bad thing, but you know. But if you're a fellow toyaholic, you definitely want to get the Teen Titans Build-A-Figure set, all 4 of them. If you pick up the other Beast Boy 2, I know it's a gold label one, but pick it up. It's worth it because, Matt, when I put them all together again, standing them up like in a, you know, well, you saw in the close-ups, right? So good, so nice. And that's how you wrap up a 42nd episode of Season 2. 4 figures, 2 versions of a 5th figure, 4 and 2. Yes, I'm insane. I know, these glasses don't suit me as well. Let me put on something different. Because, you know, after all, Teen Titans. Teen Titans. Better than the Justice League in many ways. But, of course, before I get too far off topic, we're missing a whole bunch of Teen Titans. I'm just saying. We would need a Kid Flash. The Wally West one. So they need to make a Flash, Wally West Flash. That's literally Teen Titans related. We also need Bumblebee, Mal. There's a lot more Titans we need. I'm just saying. And you know what I'm surprised we don't have? Where's Tara? I know she was a bad guy, but where's Tara? Come on. That Beast Boy angst. And I'm becoming a comic book geek, aren't I? Yeah, I know. All right. So that's it. This will be our late night Saturday because the editing on this is going to take forever. Oh, God, so much editing to do. Tomorrow I will be checking the comments because I've asked you before, what do you want to see in the upcoming week? Do you want to see more of my beautiful visage? Do you want to see the guest videos we filmed? Or do you want to sort of see a little bit of each in both? Because Monday night is a filming blitz. That's right. Monday night, me, this wonderful, horrible face that you look at now, is going to be filming. I'm going to try to get most of these guys done. Not the Build-A-Figure, because there was another Build-A-Figure in there. That one's going to have to wait. I'm going to also be looking at a few others. So many toys. So little time. But no. And, you know, if you're wondering, what's it like to be a toyaholic? Well, it's really simple. It's enjoyable. It's a great hobby. It beats other people's hobbies. Physically, you don't really get hurt unless the toys all come to life and decide to take revenge on me, which I don't think they would. Take revenge on me, at least. You know, there are some things you have to give up if you become a toyaholic. Give up a social life. Yeah, give up a social life. Yeah. Was that just me? Probably just me. I don't know. Another thing you have to do is you have to budget. And I keep on stressing this a lot lately because it is important to people know that any hobby, some people call them addictions. I'm going to get serious now. Oh my God, me serious? That's a horrible thing, isn't it? But just on a serious note, any hobby can be considered an addiction. Some addictions are healthy. Toy collecting is a healthy addiction. Book collecting. People collect books. Well, sometimes, quite often, actually more than sometimes, quite often, they buy books that they never read. They just put them on their shelf. We'll get to it eventually, but it's there. It's the same with toys. Other collections are different. People collect vinyl who don't listen to music. Well, you know how I feel about that. If you collect vinyl, listen to the music. That's the whole point. But when you have a collection or you're a collector of something or you have a hobby like this, you have to budget. And that's important too. You have to live within your budget. There's a lot of things I've seen that I would love to have. You know, for example, a lot of the NECA toys, like the NECA gargoyles, they're gorgeous. I love gargoyles, but I have to budget for things. So when I have to budget for things, I have to take that into consideration. Will I be able to afford this on my budget? So there's some things as a collector, you have to really take your budgeting seriously. That's why there's some toys I just don't review. I'm a fan of DC Comics. I collect the DC Multiverse. Marvel, yeah, Marvel has Marvel Legends, and I had a whole bunch when they first came out, but I'm not a fan of Marvel Legends anymore because the comics also went down a bit. So I'm not going to start reviewing Marvel Legends because I'm not going to budget for them, because I'd rather keep my budget for the stuff I like. And you guys know how I budget. I skip lunch every day when I'm at work. I cut back on other things. Like, for example, I don't buy a lot of food for myself. I have a very limited diet. I don't go out drinking. I don't smoke. I don't drink beer. I have no social life except for work and home. But that's something to keep in mind. So if you see someone as a collector, don't start criticizing them for wasting their money. Oh, you bought a toy. That's a waste of money. It's not. It makes you happy to collect. You can budget for it properly. You can still sort of pay your rent. That's a good thing, because you need to have a place to put your toys. But no. So if you know someone's a collector out there, don't be mean to them. Support them. If anything, if you know a person out there is a collector, and you know there's something they want, well, there's birthdays, there's holidays. That's the best time to surprise them, because if you know someone's a collector, think of it this way. You never have a hard time figuring out what to get them. You get them something for their collection, and they will love you for it. And on that note, I don't know. I got nothing else to say today. I got a couple of really embarrassing bloopers. Yep, I have my ugly face. I'm thinking about changing the toy wall because no one's even asked me about the trees or the artwork. Surprised. No one's even asked me about why is there a hole on the peg shelf. So those questions and many, many more will be answered eventually, but not today because this is going to be a long video. It's probably one of my longer ones. It's not like, actually, it's probably about the 15-minute mark, probably, most likely, because this is 7 minutes alone, minus bloopers, but we put the bloopers at the end now because apparently Shane, yes, Shane, I know you like my bloopers. I said bloopers. Freaking dirty mind. So once again, thanks to the people at GameStop who got this in for me, held it for me until I could afford it. It does happen. Also, if you're in Vancouver, definitely go to Tasmanian Comics as well. Ireland, well, even though I've never actually met Brian or John, I'm told from a very reliable source, you know, that they're really good guys. And the reason why I like Subsidy Comics, because Nigel Flood, Robert Crowley, comic books, Irish, you get them at Subsidy Comics. And that's pretty much it. It's already, oh my God, it's been so long. It's been one of those days, and I am not as funny as I normally am. I know you're thinking, but you're still funny looking. Yeah, I can't help that. And on that note, I'll see you next time I'm on the peg. If not, you'll see Leroy Lowry, maybe Leroy Jr., or our guest host. It depends on what you guys say in the comments. By midnight, I'm giving you a deadline. Midnight, Eastern Time, Canada. Let me know what you want to see going forward next week. I don't think there'll be a video tomorrow because it's Sunday and tomorrow is her tattoo day. Yeah, she's getting ink. And I'll be sitting there the whole time going, beep, for more tattoos. And I just swore. Yeah. So I'm going to cut this and put this at the end maybe. She can hear me! What? I'm jealous. You're getting more ink. You got a problem with that? I'm allowed to be jealous. I'm a grumpy old man. Look at my face. As I was saying, I'm going to take that little bit of the... Actually, I might just put a beep in there instead of cutting it out. Yeah, so tomorrow there'll be no videos because her tattoo is going to take forever and we have to go pretty far out of Ottawa. Well, it's in Ottawa. But for me, it's far because Ottawa's the size of France. And where we're going for her tattoo, it's not as far as Farhaven. Those of you in the know it, but it's pretty darn close. So on that note, I will see you guys either Monday or sometime next week. But like I said, Sunday, midnight. Let me know in the comments. If not, it's my choice of what you see next week. And you know how evil I could be. So evil. But don't worry, I'll never be evil enough to do an episode in the nude. I've seen that with a toy review. You don't want to know. You don't want to go there. And on that note, later. Well, here we are. Season 2, Episode 42. That sucked. What
Beep.
was that, dude? Dog farts. Let's try that again, shall we? I am definitely going to say, I don't care where you find this set. It's worth getting this set. Probably the best Build-A-Figure I've ever bought. Everybody, button. Hey, and I have not been drinking. Blooper reel. Fuck,
Beep.
here we go again. The joints are hard to stick in. I mean, it took a bit of time to get them in, but this guy, and that's a blooper because his leg just fell off. I didn't put it in properly. Give me a second.